Welcome to Brainwreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet.
Yes, it is. A little bit of a technical difficulty there, but don't worry about it. We recovered on the fly like we usually do.
Yeah, you know, if nothing else, we are pliable.
We are pliable.
We are adaptable.
Adaptable.
We roll with the punches.
Sure.
Yeah, that's about it.
I got nothing else. Yeah.
I got nothing else.
We exist.
Yeah, you know,
we're just good at being here.
We're good at making it through another week is what we are, you know?
It is shocking that it has already been another week.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Dude, we're in April.
We're in April. Fuck? It's the middle of April.
It is the middle of April.
It is.
Well,
yeah.
Is it?
It is. It's the middle of April. Like, it's almost May.
Get your Justin Timberlakes ready. You know?
Shit. Oh, dude, don't say that, because now Christy's gonna have it queued up.
She's gonna have it queued up?
Yeah.
Is that like her thing? Is she waits all year for the
Yeah, no, dude. She used to set alarms and reminders.
Really?
And then like every morning, like it would just be the alarm would go off May 1st, and it would be some Justin Timberlake.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a commitment to the bit.
It is, but I think she forgot it last year.
Oh.
So it was kind of like that missed opportunity, and then didn't realize it until a few days later. It was just like, well, you can't go back and do it now.
No. I mean, once it's May. It can't gonna be May.
No, it can't gonna be May.
It's already May.
It is already May. Believe it or not.
Fuck. My birthday's right around
What is up with these fucking bots on Twitch lately? Like, you probably can't see this, but like,
no,
there is a way, and I'm trying to figure this out. There is a way that we can get the chat feeds up on the stream. I just haven't figured it out.
Oh,
yeah, I just haven't figured it out. I was playing around with stuff today because I was like,
that's great.
I've been trying to do a little bit each week with the channel, with the setup. Because we're always improving. So I was like doing some tweaks and stuff, and I was like, oh, there's like a whole system for this that we could do. Like let me see. We might be able to. Let's see if I can do this.
Doing it on the fly.
Let's see. How does it work?
I'm envious of your time.
What time?
I mean, you got to do a thing that you wanted to do.
I mean, in what is that exactly?
I mean, that you got to work on something that I haven't gotten to do a single thing that I actually wanted to do since Sunday.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and so
I'm just saying, I'm envious of your time. Like, you got to play around, get to learn.
I mean, that wasn't something that I had planned to do or sought out to do. It was just something that I found as I was getting things set up for today.
Okay, well,
yeah.
You know, I'm still.
It wasn't. It wasn't an adventure I set out to be on. I was like, I have 5 minutes. I should probably get the stream prepped, right? You know, because we're a professional show.
Of course.
And we always try to be ready and prepared. So I was like, we got to get, you know. Yeah,
in this day and age.
We've been doing this
for this economy.
We've been doing this show for 20 years. So it's like, you gotta have the stuff ready to go. And I was like, oh, there's a whole thing here that I didn't realize. And then I was like, you know, I probably need to go do like other stuff right now. So I
totally. I mean, I get that. Like, and I don't know about you, but lately for me, there have been the thing that's really been keeping me down lately
Mm-hmm.
is just shit not working. And if things would just fucking work the way that they're supposed to work,
Mm-hmm.
I could cut my day in half. But I'm constantly trying to figure out workarounds for the shit that's not working that should work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if the shit just worked, I wouldn't have to spend half my fucking day trying to find a workaround for the shit that's not working if it just worked.
See, I don't have that problem anymore because I work for myself.
Right.
So if something doesn't work, it's just like, oh, that's a me thing.
Well, it's not even a work thing. It's just a life thing.
Oh, it's just a life thing.
Oh, yeah. Things just stopped working.
Oh.
I don't know if you've noticed.
I have not exactly that. I mean, maybe in some instances, yes. But, there have been a lot of things that I've noticed that I maybe wasn't necessarily aware of before. Like, terms and conditions. Have you ever read those?
Not a chance.
Oh, you should.
Oh, I'm sure I should. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but you should at least read, and this is a disclaimer for everybody out there.
Right.
If you're signing up for something or if you're buying a game, at least read the first section of the terms and conditions.
A little bit, yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, I bought a game the other week.
Mm.
And I immediately contacted Nintendo and I was like, I need my money back.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, and I actually, hang on, let me see if I can pull it up. Because I actually have, because I had to take proof and document things.
Okay.
Me being me, y'all know I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan.
Of course,
Okay.
right? Yep.
And I'm a man who loves a good discount.
We did talk about this.
So,
yes, you
and
struggled with the Nintendo website for about 3.5 hours.
Yes,
and then
and
you got the game. Apparently.
And this is that story.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And did I tell the story before? Did I already say it?
I mean, you said that you struggled because you couldn't buy a thing on a thing and a thing and a thing.
And a thing. But
you didn't really go into any terms and conditions.
So the terms and conditions, because I read that before I really started playing. Because it was like to access the features, you gotta sign up and you got to agree to this stuff.
Right.
The personal information they collected. Mm-hmm. And this is section 1. And I read this and I immediately was like, nope, I'm getting my money back. Okay. Personal information we collect. Information you provide to us. Personal information you may provide to us through the service or otherwise includes profile data, which is, pretty common.
Right,
because it's got to know your profile information to be able to save and they're going to promote to you regardless. So there's that.
Yeah. I mean, that's just going to happen.
Communications that we exchange, including when you contact us with questions or feedback, through social media or otherwise. So again, pretty standard, nothing out of the norm. Research data when you, the user, participate in surveys and promotional stuff. Okay. Your payment information, again, you're buying DLC, user-generated content, such as posts, fan art, videos. They're collecting all of that stuff, including sourcing the metadata for the content you publish. Marketing data, such as your preference for receiving communications about marketing communications and details about your engagement with them. Job application data, such as professional credentials and skills, education and work history, LinkedIn profile page, personal website, authorization to work in the United States, immigration status, criminal history, and other information that may be included on a resume or curriculum, as well as in a cover letter. This may also include diversity information that you voluntarily provide. And I'm like, what fucking video game
for the turtle
needs to know my job history, needs to know a person's criminal background, their immigration status.
Yeah, that's not.
And then it goes on, and then it goes on to just say, like, we're gonna sell your information to third party partners, like, blatantly.
You know, Disney got in trouble a year or two ago because a woman ate at one of the restaurants, and it actually wasn't even their restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a third party restaurant.
Yeah, it's
at
this
Disney
woman
Springs.
that died.
Yeah, she died from an allergy.
Yeah.
And then of course, you know, the family trying to get a little something for the effort. Sued Disney, and Disney said no. In the terms and conditions that you agreed to when you signed up for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Which had absolutely nothing to do with anything.
Right.
Waived that right to sue Disney for any reason.
Which is insane.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily, not at the time, but now their current CEO, who wasn't their CEO at the time, Mr. DeMauro, did the right thing and said, "That's nonsense. We're gonna pay the people." So he made it right, which goes to show you Disney's in good hands right now.
Right.
But man, yeah, you got to read them things, you know?
Yeah.
Because like being able to watch Bluey whenever you want ain't worth that.
So it was funny because like when I got a hold of like Nintendo's like service line, they were like, you know, this isn't something that we do for, you know, people who buy stuff through our eShop. Like we typically don't reverse stuff, but we'll make this one-time exception. And I'm like, that's the everybody gets one.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one. It's like, okay, you know, your account seems to be in good standing. We see that you're an actual person. Like,
right.
You're going to get your one. And so when the person was going over, and I'm pretty sure it was like an AI bot that I was talking with. Like it was definitely an AI bot that I was, you know, chatting with like via chat messenger. And I'm also pretty sure that they connected me to like an AI voice bot, whatever thing. Because like a lot of the like specific responses were repeated. I'm just like, okay, this is fake or whatever. But the person I was talking with was like, you know, and just so you're aware, once this refund goes through, you will no longer have access to this game. You cannot play it. It will be, you know, your license will be revoked. And I was just like, oh, I don't care. Like, I don't want to play it anyways. Like, I don't want it. And it was just like, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm like, just get it off my system. I don't want it.
Do you think it would be smarter for people who want to introduce a fully integrated AI customer service experience like that? You know, because we are going to get to the point where it will be nobody there. It'll
and I
just
hate
be
it.
Fucking
yeah.
And we've well documented all of this on the show, right?
Yes.
But do you think it's an easier transition if they give the AI a very thick Indian accent?
What?
Because a lot of times when you're calling, you know, you're calling somebody who is not within the United States.
Yeah, because a lot of it is outsourced to other countries.
Right. And sometimes it is hard to get past the language barrier or the accents or the things of that nature. But putting that accent on AI, who doesn't speak correctly anyway.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's...
Well, it might. I'm just saying for like an integration process.
I mean, oh God, unfortunately, I wouldn't. Considering the people who run the world right now, I wouldn't put it past them to not do something like that.
I mean, we've won the war 5 times. I don't know if you know that.
The war was over when it started.
We won it 5 times,
and it wasn't even a war we started. In fact, it wasn't a war at all. But we won the war, guys.
5 times.
Have you seen the gas prices? Okay,
brother. Can we? Bush was better. Bush was better. Motherfuckers. Bush was better.
Did you hear what this motherfucker said the other day about other countries complaining about oil? Because like we are the well, not us, not you and me, but like Trump is the reason why all this fucking shit is going on, and it's now affecting other countries. His response was basically just like, well, if you have a problem, like just go and take it. Like just go take the oil. It's like, that's not. Why did so many, why are there so many stupid people? Why are there so many stupid people?
Because here's the thing, folks. There's reason that men in the Old West would ride into town in their wagons, what have you, and sell a bottle of snake oil. Just heal everything. And it worked. Because people are dumb.
Believe it or not, it still works for some people.
And with all the advancements in technology, with everything, you would think people would become smarter. But that is not the case. And the fact of the matter is, we have more information than we've ever had. We have more access to information than we've ever had. We have things that the motherfuckers who came over on the goddamn Mayflower or whatever the fuck couldn't even dream of. By the way, how different would the world be if, like, the Native Americans were just like, my name's Paul? Like, it'd be a completely different world.
I mean,
just mind your business.
It's not where I thought you were going with that. Like, I don't think they would have just like shown up and all the Native Americans were just like, "Hi, I'm Paul."
But no, like, the only reason those motherfuckers survived was because they taught them about corn.
And they taught them about the land.
Yeah, but like, if
and then they
just
still
like,
got
hey,
fucked
like,
over.
If they did, you know what, like we're doing with our borders, where would we be? We wouldn't be.
It'd be a whole different regime. I'll tell you that much.
Bergman. He says, yeah, given the voice dialect option to AI is really going to help curb stereotypes through generated slop content.
I mean,
you're not wrong. However, I will say I did see earlier this year the former president of the United States represented as a chimpanzee. So there's enough slop out there already.
Yeah.
You know.
Guys, it's April 1st. I feel like
of year two.
Of year two. It's been 2 years. Or this is the second year. Guys,
it's been
1 year. It hasn't even been 1.5 years.
And a third.
It's been what? It's been 15 months. 15 months. You have to wait longer for a Marvel movie to come out sometimes. Okay? And we're here now. This is who could have predicted this was going to happen? Oh gosh. No, you know, the warning signs weren't there, folks.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Cuz I've been thinking about the gas a lot, you know. Obviously it affects me, it affects all of us, affects eggs. So and you haven't worked in an office in quite some time, but you have had a higher up position.
Believe it or
Uh,
not, yesterday.
oh shit.
Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. Yeah, it may have been yesterday. Marked the 2-year anniversary of me being told that I was going to be relieved of my duties.
And how is it reflecting on those 2 years?
I have learned a lot. You know, I've learned a lot about myself. I have learned a lot about business in general, because
Sure.
as a business owner myself, there's a lot you got to learn, a lot you got to figure out on the fly. Like I was saying before, if something's broken, you kind of got to figure out why that is, because it's mostly something you did or you got to fix.
Right. It's your problem.
It really is. It's like it's nobody else's problem but mine. Like I gotta, time management is a thing.
Sure. Oh yeah, that's
It's a
huge.
big thing. Prioritizing is a huge thing. And also I think that and it's funny you brought that. This all comes up because Christy and I were having a very insightful and thoughtful conversation today about our professional careers. And, when I was let go and told I was going to be let go, I didn't want to speculate because I was like, that's not going to get me anywhere.
Sure,
But
right.
the more I've come to recognize and understand and see how certain factors actually come together and how certain things actually play out and how other people in higher positions handle their business. I think I have a little bit more clarity as to what actually happened and what some reasons actually were.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, long story short, I was never intended to be a long-term employee.
Oh, you're a transitional champion.
I was paper champion for a year and a half.
Oh, you were Eric Bischoff brought in to run SmackDown.
And then they were like, "Thank you for the time. We're moving on."
Okay.
Yeah, like it was very much that, because like I said, like I was talking with Christy about stuff today because she was telling me some things and I was like, that actually makes me think about this, and yeah, like I was very much never intended to be a permanent placement. I was never intended to be a permanent director of marketing. I was very much given a short timeline, and I think that due to certain factors, I was able to extend my stay. And I think that due to certain developments I was able to implement, I was again able to extend my stay for even longer. So and then there were some other, which we don't need to go into, but like there were some other things that had gone on, which I was like, oh, now I get it. Reading in between the lines.
Isn't it fucked up to like, and this is the thing that I don't understand, and this is why, folks, right here, what the fuck I'm about to tell you, you better fucking listen, okay? Because this is what happens, Larry. Okay, this is what happens when you put fucking businessmen in charge of things that involve real people and emotions. Isn't it a fucked up thing to do? Is to hire somebody knowing that, this is a temporary thing.
Yeah.
Not tell them.
Yeah.
Have them completely change their life to come, because like, folks, even if you go from Burger King to McDonald's, like, it's a change. All right.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta go through orientation again.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta sign up benefits. There's tax forms.
Yeah.
Fucking involved.
Yeah.
Like, it's no small feat.
No.
Right.
No, definitely not.
To do that and then not fucking be upfront about it, but know in the back pocket, like, oh man, we're gonna fucking, this guy's gonna be out of here in a little bit. Sucks for him, but like we got shareholders, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is who you put in charge, right here.
Yeah. And I mean, like the thing about it too is it's like, if the idea is to be temporary, just tell me.
Well, that's the thing. Be upfront about it.
I would have taken the gig regardless.
Consensual.
Like, yeah. Be like, yeah. Like if this is a year job, if this is a contract job, if this is a 2-year gig, like, fuck yeah, I'll take it. And at least I'll know specifically how to proceed from there.
Right.
As opposed to just kind of being thrown in the deep end. And then people going, well, I don't know how it works. And it's like, well, what would you like me to work on? Well, I don't really know. Okay, so can I do this stuff? Sure. Would you like? No, I don't want to know. Okay, then I'm going to do the thing. And then it's like, we don't need you. I'm like, I don't think, what?
What? It's like being like, you know, cheaper groceries and cheaper gas and no endless wars.
What?
And then look where we are now.
Look where we are now. But where we are now, okay, a couple of things we got to talk about here is...
we got a lot to talk about. Yeah.
We sold some stuff over the weekend.
Did we ever?
Listen.
Yes, we did.
Not only am I, you know, a business owner and a businessman, you know, serving... Bless you, Blakely. Serving the local Austin communities with some entertainment and fun. I'm also out there hustling at some of these vendor markets.
That's right.
Selling some entertainment and fun in the form of physical media, not like in the form of like other services and stuff. I'm not there.
Yeah, he ain't turning tricks.
I ain't turning tricks, but I am bringing some magic.
Oh, you're into magic now?
Not that kind of magic. No.
Are you doing like card tricks? What are you doing?
I mean, I'm not doing. No, it's no actual magic. It's, you know, hyperbole.
Oh, I thought you were doing like The Gathering or something. Like you're hawking those.
Matt, fuck no. To the people who play Magic and collect those things, just good for you. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it, but I'm happy you have something.
What I don't understand is like after a while, right? They all have to do like, there's only like so many things that you can do with a card, right? So like eventually like a fucking, like if you take like the Pokemon or some shit like that, like a goddamn Pidgey or whatever is going to do the same thing as a fucking like fucking Snarfblat from like 10 years later or whatever the fuck. And it's just like, it's the same card essentially.
Chrissy, if you're listening, I think we need a Pokedex check on that.
Yeah, what's the deal?
What's the deal on the Snarflax?
It's the same card. I was given a Pokemon card one time, and all it could do was stun. And I played this kid in 5th grade, and he's like, "Here, I'm going to give you this card. We're going to play." I'm like, "Okay, great." And and it was a 50-50. Like I had to flip a fucking coin, to see if it stunned the thing. And so I flipped the coin, and it didn't, and then it killed me. And then I'm just like, "Why am I playing this game? I don't understand this game. This is stupid."
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. I just collected, and then and then kids stole my cards and stuff. So I was like, "Fuck this."
It's a real problem.
It's a real problem. But no, I mean, I had another. I wouldn't even call it a vendor market. I would call it an event because there was an event down here. And again, folks, like Austin, you hear the stories on the news. You see the people posting.
Sounds like fake mom.
Sounds like a.
I
fake them on.
I think that's in a Jamaican accent.
Oh my god!
Like you got to really. It sounds like a fake man.
Please don't do that. Yeah, you got to vowel them, Dan. So like you hear the stories on the news, you see the stuff on social media about like how Austin's getting like corporatized and you know like all this big business and all these big corporations and the tech bros and the influencers, you know, how they're infiltrating and they're trying to change Austin. Folks, believe me when I tell you this, like there is still a do not clip that accent, Bergman. there is still the community heart and soul here in Austin. And, you know, I had the opportunity to do an event. There was a small event here called the Philly CheeseSkate Festival. I may have mentioned this last week. Took place down in South Austin, Far Out Lounge.
I feel like there'd be a lot of ska.
We did talk about ska last week. It was not a ska fest, but it was actually like an alternative rock, emo rock music festival. And they had a mini half pipe for people to skate and rollerblade on, which was dope. Okay. They had like 2 stages set up. They had like some other activities for people to do, and then they had the vendor market there, which I participated in. You know, shout out Subculture Swaps for, you know, letting me.
How much was a table?
How much was it to run the table?
Yeah, but what's your vendor fee?
You paid a deposit, and then they returned the deposit.
Oh, that's dope.
Because basically, it was like, hey, pay the deposit so you don't just bail on us at the last minute. Right. Which you know, unfortunately, sometimes that happens. Sure. Also, like, it's a limited space thing for people. So it was like, you know, you pay a deposit and then you get the deposit back after the event. But yeah, that's it was a really fun time, and we'll get into more and details here in just a little bit. But you also had a little bit of a market yourself.
Oh yeah. You
were saying, because you said you set up the garage sale.
That's right.
Which I've been pushing for you to do for a while now.
Well, the thing is, folks, eventually when you get a bigger house, you get more shit. You don't realize it at the time, but you don't need more shit.
You don't.
But the thing is, you're so excited about having more space because you lived 8 years in a 700 square foot home with 4 people and 2 pets. So when you move to a 1,400 square foot home, you're like, God damn, I could do so many things. I can get so many things. I've got all this room. I can put things up on the wall. And then all of a sudden, all your walls are decorated and things are overflowing. And you have a garage that you can't play darts in anymore because it's just fucking too much shit. It happens, folks. It happens to the best of us. It's like giving a high school kid a credit card. It's just a bad idea. So we finally decided, like, okay, we have to get rid of some of this shit. And frankly, folks, I'm sick of eBay. I'm sick of Facebook Marketplace. Like, if I get one more motherfucking message of, is this available? And then that's it. Like, fuck you. Like, what are you trying to prove? That's what I want to know. Yeah, we have been playing darts since the garage sale's been wonderful. We've decided that we're gonna keep track of the yearly winner of the darts.
Okay.
So last year, 2025, Blakely K was the big winner.
Hey now.
Of the darts games throughout the year. So we started fresh, and we are currently tied 1-1. So if that's not a reason to subscribe,
folks.
I don't know what to do for you.
Yeah, this is all
find out who wins darts.
All sorts of stuff.
End of the year. But anyway, so we decided we were gonna finally fucking pull the trigger on this garage sale that we've been trying to do for 3 months now. And I had a weekend where I wasn't booked, and so about the day before, we threw together what we were going to do, and then put out a sign, and then had a garage sale. And folks, for almost no advertising, besides a couple of yard signs and a marketplace post 2 hours beforehand, we did okay. Hey. Not great.
Oh, yeah, you know.
But okay. You know, we got rid of some big items. We got rid of a vanity that
Oh,
was just sitting in the garage.
okay.
We got rid of a Batmobile Power Wheels
Oh, I saw that
that
I saw that
never
in your
worked.
post. That never worked.
No, no. So right before we moved from Syracuse,
Right.
we found this Batmobile Power Wheels sitting outside one of those Salvation Army drop-off fucking trailers.
Oh, okay, okay.
And we were like, oh, fuck, like, that's a fucking,
So it's a
goddamn Batmobile.
yeah.
And so, like, we're like, well, even if we got to fix it, like, this thing's like $250
Right.
at Walmart or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, come to find out, it's broke.
Oh, shit.
It was never going to fucking work.
Yeah.
And of course, we took it from Syracuse to Florida because we're assholes.
Say, like, why not just bring it back?
Because my son threw a fit when we were going to ditch it. That's why.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
That's why.
That's okay.
But still, we hauled a fucking broken ass Power Wheel in a pod that cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And was valuable space.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know that.
just to sell it for $20 at a garage sale. But I got it for free 99.
I mean,
so,
free
like,
99 is listen, that's just taking money and putting it in your pocket right there.
Goddamn right.
Right. That's all profit.
I will say there's a couple of things that I did realize about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, when you're throwing together a garage sale at the last minute,
mm-hmm.
when you finally decide to do it, make sure the banks are open because you need change.
Oh, brother.
Because, like, we had decided, like, maybe at, like, 6 the day before that we were really going to go for it.
Oh, man.
And then I was like, oh, fuck, I only got some 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I ended up, going to the old ATM, getting some 10s.
Yeah,
and then I go to the fucking or grocery store.
Yeah.
To break some of these 10s, and they're like, we're low on bills, we can't do that. So I have to go to the goddamn self-checkout and buy like a stick of gum and pay with a 10.
And do like yeah.
So I was like, what are we doing? But we ended up making just about $100. So, not great, but not bad. We got rid of some big items. We got some room in our garage. We can play darts again.
Yeah.
But the biggest takeaway, number one is nothing will be as sobering of an experience as having your fucking neighbors walk up to see all of your weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then that it's like kind of opening up the proverbial trench coat of here I am. Look at me.
I don't think you want to do that. No.
I mean, I didn't want to do that. Like that's like one of those things where, like, your couple friends that you're with,
yeah,
they invite you to that one club and you're unaware what that one club really is.
Yeah.
And then you show up and you're like, oh fuck, but we're here.
What
what are we gonna do?
This is not what I thought we were doing.
No, not at all. But then, when like Barb from across the street comes over and, like, you're just like, oh fuck. There's some posters over there. I don't know that Barb's gonna be like.
They're gonna find out we're not that wholesome.
So there was that, but then the other thing was, there is something. There's just a little something about kicking back, sitting in a lawn chair, pouring one out for the hard working man.
Crack one open for the working man.
And I did have some reggae on, so that's where it came from. Just saying, because listen, the playlist is important. Okay,
you gotta set the tone. You gotta set the vibe.
And nothing says chill garage sale like some Bob Marley and the Wailers. I'm just saying. I mean, no woman, no cry.
if you can create an inviting, relaxed experience, I mean, what more can you? What more
We
can
be
you ask for?
jamming.
We sure do.
I mean, nothing says like I want, 4 for $1 spice racks, like Redemption Song.
So through this experience, we're going to move on from that. Through this experience, are you planning to do another one? Are you planning to set up again soon?
Sure. So like I said, we still got a lot of stuff. We did make a happy accident.
Okay.
In that when we put the signs together, we just said Saturday, 8 to 2. And we didn't put a date on it. So that when we went to collect the signs afterwards, we're like, oh, well, as long as we do it on another Saturday from 8 to 2.
From 8 to 2.
We're ready to go.
We got our. You don't got to make a new sign. It's
So we are thinking about maybe, this weekend is the holiday-ish, I don't know that we'll do it this weekend, but like maybe it's a good weekend to do it.
Yeah.
But we are thinking about doing it again, and now like the kids kind of saw like how it works now, and the hot ticket item was the girls' Barbies.
Oh,
like
okay.
we were selling them for like $1, $2, each kind of thing, and they were flying off the shelf.
There's always that one thing that you're just like, like it's probably popular, but like let's just do it for $1 or whatever, and then it's like, oh shit, like people want this stuff.
You know what was fucking shocking though? Absolutely shocking. I couldn't fucking believe it. No one gave a fuck about board games.
Really?
Did not even move the pile.
Wow.
Was crazy. And we got good board games.
I was gonna say, like people.
We got Star Wars Clue. So fuck off.
I do wonder though, because it does seem like nowadays the people who play board games, like that is a thing that they do. Like that is an interest. That's not like it was when we were growing up, when it was just like, ooh, let's play Mousetrap. Well, all the pieces are broken and some are missing. Well, let's play a version of Mousetrap. Something like
let's
that.
just set the fucking thing off.
It was just like, hey, we're hanging out. Let's play a board game. Let's play Sorry. Like, you don't really get that as much anymore, I feel. Like, now it's like, let's play Settlers of Catan. Or let's play fucking, this complicated version of Back to the Future that takes an hour to learn, an hour to set up, and 2 hours to play. And it's just like that. That's an investment in a lot of ways. And I don't think people necessarily want to go for just like, because like I'm assuming you just had like kind of like the classics, some popular stuff.
We did, but to that end, we did put a game out there that in theory we would really enjoy. But it is just too fucking complicated.
Right.
And that is Disney Villainous.
Okay.
We had that in a couple expansions of it, and it's like we never play it because it takes like an hour to go through the fucking rules. And at that point, I don't care.
Yeah, I still remember us trying to play that Back to the Future game.
Oh my god.
And just like there's so many pieces and there's so many things. Or no, was it Back to the Future game or was it the Ghostbusters game? I can't remember.
No, it was Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
They came out with a less complicated one.
Okay.
Which I have, and it's okay.
Yeah, and I'm just like this seems like it would be a good time, but like you need to take a Sunday afternoon. Yeah,
and like a whole thing of like hot dogs and meatballs.
It's like
we're not there.
That is not the type of game where it's like, hey, come over on a Friday night. We'll crack open some drinks, have some snacks, and play this game. That is I need to take my Sunday to learn how to play this, and the rest of the week to do a couple playthroughs, and then we can go over everything. Yeah, it's an investment of time and everything. But
that's why I never got into HeroClix. I was just like, I can't do this.
But you said
Like,
the
I'm learning
Barbies,
Adobe. I can't do this.
the which one?
I said, I'm trying to learn Adobe. I can't do HeroClix too. I don't have the brain capacity. I just don't.
Yeah, no, 100%. But okay, so you were saying the Barbies sold well.
Barbie sold well.
Yeah.
The other thing that really sold well, which was shocking, was we had a bin full of just like cups and kitchen things.
Oh.
And we just said $1 each or whatever. And the water bottles flew off
Really?
the shelves. Yeah. Like, garage sale water bottle was not something I had in mind as something to be a hot seller.
Yeah.
But it was. It was crazy.
I mean, I guess you always need a water bottle, especially if you're in Florida.
I guess so.
You know?
Right? But then we had other things where I thought it would sell immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And we still got it.
Really?
So it's like, do I not have I don't have my finger on the pulse, man. I'm just
that, you know what though? So that's surprising. No, actually, no, that's not surprising because I've gone through very similar instances of that where like at a vendor market or something, I will bring out what I think is going to be a hit.
Right.
And then nobody touches it. Like these past few vendor markets, one of the things that, we've been kind of told by, the guy that puts them together is like, hey, obviously these are retro markets. The big push is, VHS, vinyl, cassettes, retro, nostalgia, all that stuff. But a lot of people who are kind of passing through, because it's not like we're in a space that is specifically for this, like, the guy sort of like rents out the space, but it's attached to the Alamo Draft House. So a lot of people coming through are just like, oh, what's that over there?
Right.
And you get a lot of people who are like, oh, this is great. I don't have a VCR though. So, one of the suggestions has always been like, if you can bring some more modern media, like that could be a good in addition to. So like I've been bringing more like DVDs and Blu-rays. Nobody touches them. Nobody touches them. So this past market, the one I did this past Saturday at the music festival. First of all, I would say 80% of the people who came up to my table to buy stuff were under the age of 21.
For those who are just tuning in for the first time, please enlighten the people as to what you usually have on your table.
So, because I am, part of the vendor community here in Austin now, and I participate in a lot of the retro vendor markets. Shout out Rob. We a lot of what I bring to these markets is VHS, vinyl, bringing a lot more cassettes now, like 90s video game stuff, toys, collectibles, like all that kind of thing, little tchotchkes and stuff. A lot of people who also come to these events, they're primarily bringing VHS, they're bringing retro toys, stuff from the 80s, 90s. Some people have like old school magazines. Basically, the spectrum of retro and nostalgia and things from that time period is what people are bringing. So it's a big focus on physical media, big focus on collectibles and stuff like that. A lot of high-end pieces as well. Like, I am not somebody who sells, and I kind of had to tell a lot of people who were coming by my table this past weekend this, I'm not somebody who sells like higher value items. Like a lot of what I have, while they are from my personal collection, and while some stuff I have, spent, a decent chunk of change on, like I am not selling necessarily like the hard to get stuff. Or
you're not gonna find a yak back on Kevin's table.
You might. You could. like don't put that like I'm talking. Yeah.
You're not gonna find a talk boy on Kevin's table. Oh no. I must be out of touch. I mean, this is his closet. I don't know that this counts as his table. He's got a goddamn talk boy.
So you may very well see a talk boy at my table this Saturday, April 4th, at the Highball in Austin, Texas, from 12 to 6 p.m. With the original talk boy cassette, mind you.
You're not going to find a copy of Songs of the South on Kevin's table.
No, but you might find a poster. Thanks to you, asshole. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff like that. But like a lot of people who are coming to these things, like they have like harder to get VHS, they have harder to get media, stuff that had real limited distribution at the time of release. Me, I've got copies of like Top Gun and the classics, the standards, the ones that were like mass produced. Nothing really that's like a deep cut or anything like that. So I kind of have like,
Demolition Man.
I have multiple copies of Demolition Man, as a matter of fact. So, and like I also I try to keep my stuff like relatively low price, just because it's like I know when I went out into the wild, I bought this from anywhere from 50 cents to $5.
Okay.
So like realistically, like this is stuff that you're still probably going to find out in the wild. So like I'm not trying to like break somebody's bank on it. And a lot of people would come up to my table and they'd be like, "Oh wow, you have way better prices than like some of these other guys." And I'd be like, "Okay, well hang on. There's a reason for that. The stuff that you're going to get from that guy over there, like he's got way better stuff than me. And he's got way more valuable stuff than me. Like I'm like, these are just the commons, okay? I'm selling the basic Pokemon here, okay? I've got your.
If you want stuff Pidgey,
yeah, I've got a lot of Pidgeys. I've got I got a lot of Caterpies.
You're not gonna find a
You're not necessarily gonna find a shiny
Charizard.
Yeah, like I don't necessarily have, maybe every now and then you'll find like a Charmander, but nothing too big on mine. I'm saying like I'm kind of in the middle,
Right.
I'm a middle evolution.
That one that's like a cat that stands on its legs freaks me out, man.
There's a lot of them.
Like
it's weird.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to it, I would say like 80% of the people who came up to my table over the weekend were under the age of 21.
Okay.
And this was, I believe, this was an all ages music festival. But because it was
which can be sus.
Because it was at a bar.
That's sus. As a parent, wouldn't do that.
There were a lot of parents there with kids. So
you don't have to be good to be a parent.
This is also true. But a lot of people who came up to my table had the X's on their hands.
Oh, okay.
And so
they're the fucking marks.
yeah, of course. And so like I started noticing, these people come up to my table and like they're admiring stuff and they're talking about it. But I started to notice there was like a weird way that they would talk about things.
Okay.
Like for instance, there was one girl there who came up and she was with her friend, and she was like, "Oh my God, like I've been using my dad's old Mac to rip and burn CDs." Yeah. For those who don't see in the chat, Christy just chimed in saying that Axe and her played bars when they were 16. So
that's true.
There's that.
Which my dad did drive us to that, so
There you go. So, but like this, this girl was like, "Oh yeah, like I've been using my dad's old Mac to rip and burn CDs," and I'm like, "What?" And then like the other one's like, "Oh, you don't like download or like torrent stuff anymore," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "What
is Kazaa back?"
And I'm like, "What do you?" I'm like, "Do you guys?" And they're talking about like Pirate Bay, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, "Is it what year?" I'm like, "Is it 2008? It's 2009."
2009,
Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm like, so like you're using your dad's old computer to like download music, and she was like, yeah, like I'll upload a lot of his old CDs, and then I'll put them on my iPod.
Your iPod?
And I'm like, an iPod? She's like, yeah.
A shuffle?
And I'm like, you're using an iPod and you're burning CDs? She's like, yeah. I'm like, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? And she's like, well, I'm 18. And I'm like, okay.
But why?
And I'm like, that's incredible. And I told the story, and I was like, because I think you sent me like the meme or something where it was like, if you got a stack of these on your birthday, it was amazing. And it was like a stack of burnable CDs.
Yeah.
And I was telling her, I was like, like when we were, back in our day, like when we would get like a stack of blank CDs, like that was an awesome birthday gift or an awesome Christmas gift, because that meant you could then have 100 new CDs, and you would get together with your friends, and you would basically import and then burn all of each other's stuff and then just share.
See, my parents found that the burned CD was the loophole.
Yeah.
Because and my parents, wonderful people. Great parents, right?
Yeah.
Very, very lucky. They could not bring themselves to buy me the new Eminem or the Stained album or whatever it was at the time.
Oh, yeah.
But here are your blank CDs, son. Do with them what you will.
Exactly. Yeah. I did become the kid in class who had the CD burner on his computer.
Did you charge?
Well, I started making them for friends specifically.
Well, that's the way it starts,
And then there was one friend who took advantage of that.
Right.
And like I was like, all right, yeah, man, like I'll make you a few.
There's always a Pete.
And then it got to a point where like I was given a new playlist every week.
Oh, fuck off.
And then I was like, dude, I need you to understand that I'm not going to do this for you anymore, because you're asking me to download all of these songs every week and make you a new I was like, I'm sorry, man. Like, the store's closed. We've gone out of business.
Like the K in the chat says, I think 80% of my CD albums were burned discs. Fucking A.
I think for me that at one point, yes. I think for me that was definitely the case at one point.
Right.
But yeah, so like these fucking kids are coming up to my table and they're talking about all this stuff, and I'm just like, so and like I've been hearing the rumblings and I've been seeing the articles about, Gen Z, Gen Alpha are getting into physical media. And so when I started hearing all this, I was like, good for you guys, and also like they bought a lot of shit.
Oh, that's great.
Like I didn't make as much money as I thought I would have, or as like, previous events I've vendored at, but I sold a lot of stuff, and I also had like a lot of really good conversations with people and met some really cool people. So I was like, that was fun. But there was also like times where this like one kid and his girlfriend like came up to the table and they're looking at stuff, and they bought like, they bought a VHS tape, and I think they bought a couple of like a pin, some like other little tchotchkes. And the kid picked up, he didn't know what this was until I explained it to him. We talked about this on the show years ago when I was going through my 90s collectible kick. Spin fighters. were a
Yes.
thing. And I
Yes.
had purchased a bunch of spin fighters years ago
Yes, you
to
did.
try to reclaim some element of my childhood. And for those that don't know, spin fighters were sort of a precursor to Beyblades. You had this
Yeah.
little, it was almost like a flip phone that you'd hit a button, the thing would flip up, and then you would put like a top. You would put it in a slot, and then you would crank it. You would hit the button, and then it would just drop. It would spin, and then you would basically have them dock one another.
Totally.
But
And of course, us being who we are,
yeah,
we had the WWF.
we had and
Spin
there
fighters.
were different license shows and movies and properties. Like you had WWF ones, Power Ranger ones. I think there were like Star Wars ones, and like a whole bunch of other stuff.
I had Shawn Michaels fight Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm just saying.
That's amazing. So like, a few years back, I purchased like all of the WWF ones. I got a ton of Power Ranger ones. But I had the original Spin Fighter Power Ranger thing that I had when I was a kid. So this kid comes over and he like picks it up, he's looking at it and he buys it. And then I'm looking at him because like after he bought it, he's looking at it and I'm like, "Do you know what that is?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Dude,
why are you buying it?"
He thought it was like a power, he thought it was like a toy Power Ranger flip phone.
Oh no.
And I'm like, "No, man." And I'm like,
"Sweet baby child."
And I'm like, "Homie, come here." I'm like, "Come here for a second." So I'm like, "Do you know?" I'm like, "Okay, are you familiar with Beyblades?" And he's like, "Yeah." So like I explained to him everything I just said. And I pulled out because I had a bunch of spin fighters. So I pulled them out. And I'm like, "So this is what you would do." And I was like, "Boom." And he's like, "Oh my God, that's awesome." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you have more of these?" And I'm like, "Homie." And I pulled out like a little box that was just full of them. And I'm like, "Here you go." And I was like, 6 for $5. And he grabbed a bunch. And I was like,
"Nice.
Sick, man." They go off. And again, it was like more young people coming to the table, buying tapes and stuff. I talked to this one woman. She was an older woman. She came by. She was like, "Do people still buy VHS?" And I was like, "I fucking hope so. Otherwise, I'm out here standing to lose a lot of money.
Otherwise, I'm gonna be with Cousin Eddie in the ostrich farm."
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
But she was saying, and this is something I get all the time whenever I do these events. Number one, it's like, wow, people still buy VHS. And I'm like, oh, yes. And I explain the whole idea behind the community, especially the one in Austin, and how a lot of people, it's still like a big, people still have a big passion for physical media and all that. She goes, "I still have a box that are just full of VHS tapes, but I don't think anybody would want to buy them." And I'm like, "Well, what are they? Like what's on them?" She goes, "They're all like, recorded from TV or like home movies and stuff like that." And I go, "People will buy them."
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, "No." And I'm like, "No, seriously." I was like, "You got to understand. People love this shit. Like, it's not just like who's got a copy of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's, hey, who's got a box of blank VHS records that I can just sort through and pull random shit off of?" Like, people, and I told her, I was like, people take blank tapes and they pull stuff off of them to make, no pun intended, mixtapes with them. Like, people make compilations. And I was like, and people want shit that's recorded from TV because they want the commercials. They want to sort of have that sense of like watching it at that period of time. And she's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Lady,
the number one fucking thing I watch on Instagram is fucking dating videotapes."
Yeah.
From the 80s.
And so I'm explaining all of this to her, and she's like, "Well, I don't want to like go on eBay." I'm like, "Here's what you do." And I'm like, legit. Post that. I'm like, post them on Facebook Marketplace. Just say, and I'm like, because at the very least, you'll get somebody who wants the tapes to record over them. Right. Because like the blank tapes are still a hot commodity, because like people will buy them and do art projects with them. They'll, bootleg movies onto them. And I was like, do this. I was like, find out where they are. I was like, get them, do a post on Facebook Marketplace and just say X amount of tapes, X amount per tape, or this amount for the entire box. She was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And I was like,
hey, inspired.
I was like, make some money. I had another guy come by. He was an older guy who almost spilled beer all over my stuff. He walks by, and because like I had a box of just like random shit, and it was like stuff I found off the ground basically. And he was like, 4 tapes for $1. He's like, geez, he's like, what was your wholesale price? 10 cents? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like,
wholesale? I'm
like, are you trying? He's like, people still buy this stuff? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, and he's saying like, you know, well, how much did you buy this stuff for? I'm like, you know, everything down there, everything over here, I probably spent like, you know, $2-3 on. He's like, and you're selling it for $1? And I was like, well, I already made most of my money back on a lot of it. And plus, it ain't like it's making money sitting in my closet. And he was like, there you go. Good man. Yeah. And I was like, thank you. I own a business.
Thank you, person who fucking critiqued me.
Yeah.
And judged me. And then when he learned the skinny, was like, that's popped my guy.
I popped him huge. And then like it's like midday, bunch of hours go by. That kid and his girlfriend come back over.
The Beyblades kid?
The Beyblades kid. Okay. He's like, I want to buy more stuff from you. And I'm like, all right, man. Like, I'm like, fuck, let's do it. Right. And he's like going through, and now, folks, I have been trying to sell these fucking pop vinyls for a year and a half. Thank God for the children, because I put those out and they just flocked to them. I was like $5 a pop, literally.
Nice.
And they're like $5, and I was like, yes, $5 a pop. They're like, including this one, and I'm like, yes, buy it, take it, get it the fuck away from me.
Mm-hmm.
So like he came over and like he picked up 3, and I was like, fuck yeah. He picked up some more tapes, and I had gotten a cassette player off of like one of my Goodwill auction hunts that I did like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, is this really a cassette player? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, is it really $10? And I was like, yes.
Yes.
He's like, I want to buy it. And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Would you like cassettes? You have cassettes? Yes. So like I start pulling shit out for this kid.
You found the fucking biggest pigeon,
dude,
on the fucking face of the planet.
I start pulling tapes out for this guy, and I'm like, okay, I know you're young. First of all, how old are you guys?
Right.
And he goes, well, I'm 15, she's 16. And I just went, fucking hell, good for the two of you. I'm really glad you're into this shit. What do you like? And he goes, I don't know. I usually listen to a lot of what my dad listens to. You know, a lot of it is just like peak 90s, you know, popular stuff. And I'm like,
sure.
That was kind of my reaction. I'm like, so he's like, and he picked up like Hootie and the Blowfish.
Right. Okay.
And I'm like, okay, you got yourself some Hootie.
Right.
And he's kind of going through, and like I had a box off to the side that I just hadn't put out yet. And I'm like, okay, young man, do you trust me to curate you a selection of tapes?
This is what I like because he's starting with Hootie.
He's starting with Hootie.
So that's a jumping off point. And I've got a direction in my mind.
Okay.
Based on Hootie alone.
Give me your, because in total, he paid for 5 tapes.
Okay.
And then I gave him 2 on the house.
2 on the house.
2 on the house.
Okay. Now, was he looking for more like Hootie or just 90s?
He just said peak 90s.
Peak 90s.
Peak 90s was all he was asking about.
Okay. And real quick, we did sell a VHS player for $5 at our yard sale.
That is a hell of a deal.
Well, we first off could not guarantee that it worked.
That's still a hell of a deal.
Okay. And sold it to a woman and her son wanted it in case they lost internet.
Fuck yes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But back to the task at hand. So if I'm given Hootie as a jumping off point, I think probably the top 3, maybe 4, that I'm gonna go with, based on 4, based on Hootie, is I'm going definitely gonna go with Blues Traveler, based off Hootie. I would hit him up with some Counting Crows, based on Hootie. Some Bare Naked Ladies, as well. And then I would probably round it out, and this is probably more of a personal choice. But it came to mind, Gin Blossoms. Those would be my 4 based on the Hootie.
A very good selection.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that had I had all of that, would have been very close.
Okay. Right.
He got the Hootie.
Okay. Yep.
He got the Blues Traveler.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Yep. And folks, this is all on cassette. Okay. He got the Hootie. He got the Blues Traveler. He got some Dave Matthews Band.
All right. Okay. Yep. Dave falls in there. Yep.
Under the Table and Dreaming.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I hooked him up with a classic because I was like, you need to have a little bit of like pre-90s stuff to educate yourself on. So he got Led Zeppelin 2.
All right. Yeah.
And actually, you know what? He may have gotten the Gin Blast. No. It was no. It wasn't. It was Pearl Jam 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So so it was Hootie, Dave Matthews, Blues Traveler, Zeppelin 2, and then Pearl Jam 10.
Okay.
And then I told him, I was like, so now, because you have a cassette player and you're amassing a collection, and I was like, you cannot be in the city of Austin in Texas and not have yourself some Willie Nelson. So he got
what are you doing?
He got a Willie Nelson tape. I believe it was the Wrangler Jeans collection. And then I said, since you're into the peak 90s, I was like, I'm gonna give you List on the House for free too. I said, this is peak 90s dance club music. I was like, I don't even know what you would really compare it to today. But you're getting the single for the Real McCoy.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Right on.
Yeah. So
Real McCoy or Blue would have been peak 90s as well.
Sure.
That would have been acceptable. But I will say, what I do think that you need as a gimmick now, you need to have the package that you can sell these kids. Okay.
Bless you, Blakely.
Yeah. Clarity.
Allergies.
Sponsored by the show.
I was sick for like 2 weeks after South by.
I think that you need to sell as a package deal, and you could put a premium on it, like $60.
Oh, sure.
Or something. You get yourself a boombox. You get yourself a bucket hat.
Oh my God.
You get yourself a cardboard box.
Yeah.
And then you get yourself some old school hip hop. Like all in a package deal.
Yeah.
I think like you sell that.
I almost gave him a Notorious B.I.G. collection on tape, but I was like, I don't think he's ready for that yet.
No, he's not ready for that. No.
Yeah. Plus, it had P. Diddy on it, and I was just like, we don't need to go there.
Too soon.
Yeah, too soon.
Too soon.
This kid and his girlfriend.
He's better off with Straight Outta Compton. Like, go with that instead.
Yeah. This kid and his girlfriend came back once more at the end of the night. Before he left.
That's a repeat customer twice.
He spent almost like $75 at my table. And I'm like,
damn.
Thank you. He came back once more and he goes, I just wanted to come by before we left to see if you had anything else that you put out that I might like. And I was just like, a lot of it's the same, man, but I appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, dude, like it was so many young people. And I'm like, thank you. I'm like, this is fucking great.
Right.
This is great. And then like, I also learned a valuable lesson that I do need to be better prepared for this stuff.
Okay.
Because I did it again. Where I may have waited until the day before to start packing everything up, and I may have stayed up a little bit later than I intended to organize, and I may have gotten there later than I had anticipated, even though my morning was pretty wide open, and I maybe wasn't fully unpacked and organized when the event started and people started coming over to my table. I was a mess for like the first 2 hours of this event, and I'm shocked that I was able to make any money within that time. Because like people kept coming over, and I'm just like, hey, like I was like, just you guys know, like I'm still kind of getting stuff out. They're like, oh, are you not selling stuff yet? I'm like, no, I am. Just like, you know, I got a lot of stuff I'm just kind of putting together. I was like, look around, I'll you know, you get a discount because I'm not ready yet. Please stay. So there, I've already posted. I'm holding myself to this because somebody in the vendor group messaged like made a joke today about, you know, oh, hey, you know, nobody, you know, or everybody waits to pack, you know, the midnight before the event. And he was like, you know, just kidding. And then I responded, I was like, yeah, nobody waits until the night before to pack for their event. That never happens. Not me. Not this guy. We're not doing that this time. I am putting the stake in the ground, and I'm saying Saturday morning, I will be packed and ready to go, and I will be on time, and I will be ready before the event starts.
I love that.
And I'm also going to be set up outside of the highball, so hopefully it doesn't rain, which means I get a little bit more space, which is good for me because I'm a fucking nightmare trying to get set up. So it'll be good. It'll be good for that. But the one thing I'll say, and we can kind of end on this.
Sure.
And this really surprised me. And I don't want to say that I was disheartened by it because I do understand the reasoning for it. But it also helped me understand that doing events like this, they're always learning experiences, and it is never going to be a situation where it's if you set up, people will come.
Same Field of Dreams.
It is same Field of Dreams because, you know, there were a lot of great vendors there selling a lot of great stuff, you know, and I can't speak to how much money they made throughout the day, but vendors were given the option to start packing up at 9, or stay until the end of the event, which was 11. So
it was 9 or 11.
It was 9 or yeah. I lost track of time for the entire day.
Your time blindness. You know, you
well, also like I didn't stop moving from the moment I got there at like 2:00 until the time I tore down at 11.
Okay.
So time was just flying by. I'm wheeling and dealing. I'm constantly reorganizing. 8:00 hits. I start noticing some people are like kind of subtly packing up. And then it's like 8:30, 8:45, and people are packing up. Not everybody, but like a lot of people are packing up. And I know like some people like had to leave because of, you know, other commitments and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
people got families.
People got families, and you know, it's, you know, it was a long day and we were all outside. But I'm noticing a lot of people pack, and I'm just like, you know, it is starting to slow down a little bit. But I was like, you know what? Let me see how the next hour goes, and I'll make a decision. By like 9:00, a bunch of tables were gone. I'm like, shit. between 9 and 10 is when I had some of the heaviest traffic. And then from like 10 to 11, I still had people coming up to my table. It got to a point, and I can't remember if I sent you a picture, but it got to a point where I was literally the only tent in my row, or what was my row/corner. There were maybe 3 other vendors that were still set up on the other side. One of them was the guy who organized the entire festival.
Okay, well, he was there regardless. So.
And like, I literally kept my tent up until 11, and you know, like, I didn't make a lot of money at the end, but like, I still had people coming through and buying stuff, and I was like, this is the thing. Like you really do need to. And Christy always gives me credit for this, and I never do. But it's like, you have to have some level of personality to like not just draw the people in, but also like keep them there.
Sure.
Because like at the very least, like even if somebody didn't buy something, like I still had people sitting there talking with me for like 15, 20 minutes.
That was the thing that I always hated about the comic book booth.
Yeah.
Was like, well, especially with the comic book booth, like you get a bunch of fucking weirdos. But I don't know if you recall. I believe it was Charlotte.
I do.
Where we same situation where everybody was packing up.
Yeah.
At the end of the con, and I was like debating, like, do I pack up like everybody else? Do I stay? And we ended up staying, and we made the money to break even.
Yeah.
For that, so like it was huge.
Yeah.
To stay open.
And I mean, for me, it was a situation of like, okay. And again, and like, I'm not judging anybody for, you know, packing up and leaving. Because again, like everybody has their situation, you know, whatever it might be. But for me, I was looking like, okay, like, yes, I've been gone all day. This is like the second weekend in a row. I haven't really been home. Aside from that, like, there are things that I could certainly do and take care of. And I was like, but like this day I did intend for it to be this. And I was like, so, you know, I made some good money so far. Let me write it out. I wrote it out, and then I ended up making more money, you know, by the end of it all. So I was like, this was worth it to stay the extra couple of hours. And it's kind of like, you know, what you were saying, like, you know, making $100 at the garage sale. It was like, that was $100 you didn't have that morning. Me telling the guy, like, you know, yeah, I'm selling this for, you know, what I bought it for, but it's not making money by sitting in my closet and taking up space.
Totally.
You know, the event overall, you know, it was 6, 7, 8 hour event. I made more money by doing the event than I would have by sitting at home doing nothing.
Totally. And when gas is $5 a gallon.
Yep.
That every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps, because folks, who knows when gas is going to get cheaper? So take a look at your stock, take a look at your inventory, start making some decisions, start clearing up space. Because even though like those are, because like listen, like there's a lot of stuff I'm going to be selling this weekend where I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I want to sell this, but guess what? I haven't used that thing in maybe a decade.
Right.
And it's been in a box ever since we moved to Austin. So
what's it doing?
Yeah, I have some sentimental value to it, but also there are better uses for it. And if I can make $5 on it, that's $5 I didn't have yesterday.
Cash is king.
Cash is king.
There
Make
you
what
go.
you can. Hustle.
Make hay while the sun shines.
And
if the sun is shining on you, please be sure to like and subscribe. Spread that sunshine around. Leave us a comment of your hustle. We'll promote it
down below.
We've promoted hustles before.
Hustle.
We did bumper stickers.
Yeah.
One fucking point.
Yeah.
So we ain't better than you.
No.
Advertise with us. We ain't better than you.
We don't try to make ourselves out to be better or experts. Which, by the way, real quick, I know we're way over time. I got to bring this up because I saw something on Twitter today. I know you were probably disconnected all day, so you didn't see this. I gotta pull this up because this fucking popped me, and I'm just like, what a fucking mark. Peter Rosenberg. Are you familiar with him? He's the guy that does like a lot of the WWE like pre-show and post-show stuff.
Okay,
He's like a
sure.
podcaster, radio personality. You would recognize him when
He's like
him.
that guy that looks like the Three Stooges.
He is kind of like this. He's like Sam Roberts. You know, so like they're very much kind of in the same vein of radio host, podcaster who had a love for wrestling, and then the WWE brought him on to have some level of credibility. I don't know.
Right.
Well, apparently, and this is something he posted today, because apparently Monday night on Raw, Io Sky did a suicide dive that went a little haywire, and she landed awkwardly.
Okay.
You know,
happens.
You know, I think like her foot, I've actually got it pulled up right here. Like, I think her foot got caught up on the rope when she was diving through, and she kind of went splat.
Okay.
Somebody posted a video of it, to which Rosenberg commented and retweeted it and commented, "This is why I tell whoever I can at Evolve and even the main roster, don't bother with these dives. They are all risk, no reward. If you successfully hit a suicide dive in 2026, no one cares. But if you mess it up, you could truly harm yourself. Don't do it."
Who is this?
He got lit the fuck up. And of
You're telling.
And of course he comments underneath saying, "Meant to add the caveat, I'm not a wrestler, of course, LOL, but when I watch this up close, I cringe every time."
I'm not a fucking mechanic, but you better fucking, you know, if you stay 3 feet to the left, you know, you get a better torque on the rotary converter.
It's like, you know, back in the day, when I was setting up chairs at the garden, I saw the Hulkster sitting over there. I went up to him and I was just like, "Hulkster, you know, you shouldn't be trying to do those high spots that, you know, everybody's starting to add to their repertoire. You should keep it low. You should keep it on the ground.
And don't do street drugs."
And then I went back to setting up the chairs. And he took that to heart. Motherfucker doubled down.
Did he really?
And this is one of those fucking just trying to be patronizing but still looking like an asshole responses. He goes, "People seem upset I posted this. It came only from a place of sincere care. EO is amazing and one of the best on earth, and it still presents a huge risk. I just think the risk outweighs the reward. I say this as a huge fan of someone who is privileged enough to be up close and personal with the business. I am not a wrestler and never put my body on the line. My respect for those who do it is undying. That said, I have opinions for a living, and my opinion is this move is not dope enough to be worth it anymore."
Your opinion is you don't fucking work on TV and don't know that it makes for a perfect commercial break.
It's again, he got lit the fuck up because the thing that fucking popped me, and there might be a comment underneath his follow-up that I may or may not have listed under a pseudonym name, possibly because my other account got suspended for no particular reason, like legitimately. Don't really know why.
Like leaving a Batman review.
Huh?
Like leaving a Batman review.
Like leaving a Batman review. It is the idea of this guy trying to pump himself up as some veteran who's sit down, kid. Let me tell you a couple things about sit down, kid. Let me tell you a couple of things about the business and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. Those suicide dives, and they don't cut it in 2026. Nobody cares, and you're just going to hurt yourself. Keep it low to the ground. My name's Peter Rosenberg. I have opinions for a living. Go fuck yourself. Like, you have no business. You have no business even tweeting that. Even thinking that. Oh, I tell the people at Evolve and even the main roster what they, should and shouldn't be doing in the ring. It's like, homie, you sit on your ass and you have opinions. Call it a day.
Also, on the other show, they're putting syringes through people's teeth or cheeks and shit. So, like, suicide dives are the problem.
Oh, they're getting some shit right now, too, but not for that.
Oh, well, I don't
lot of reports about them talent hoarding. Talent hoarding to the point where they have people contracted on per show deals. And they're not using them. So.
But they can't go elsewhere. So that's fucked.
Yep. So, anywho, find your way to make some money in this world because not everybody's going to give it to you.
Nope.
Yep.
So go sell your shit. Subscribe to this channel. And we're going to do what we do best, which is survive another week to see you next week. So for this week, I've been Jason Ack.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been your show.
Bye.